I will tell you something. The love children have through their parents, it's still there. I I hope I can explain this some way because it's absolutely true and it's the wildest phenomenon I've experienced maybe ever. So I made this decision when I was 9, and it's almost like I rewind out of my life. I feel terrible about it, to myself for it, but it was like I was able to put my love for him on the shelf somewhere deep, 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 deep in my mind where I never thought about it. I did think about how much I wanted him to love me. I was very sad about the fact that where I thought he didn't. I want, but as far as the love goes, so I don't want to hurt anyone with the truth, but this is how it was for me. Maybe this isn't how it is for your child. This is how it was for me. It was like I put my love in this box of rituals, and for 20 years, that box stayed there unopened, and I actually got to the point where I forgot it even existed. So I really thought I don't actually have that feeling. They don't have that feeling anymore. But then I realized the truth, and I started going to detective literature and actually spending time with my dad, looking at him with fresh eyes, evaluating the relationship, and just trying to see someone new. Like that's to apply this to data and analyzing the data, really challenging every belief, everything. What I found is that love, that box of shells, it was suddenly there and it had opened. It was overwhelming. And love, it's like I progressed to that 7 or 8-year-old. It had happened. And we were so tight. It was like that love I am able to tap into. Now, I'm not only just tap into it, but it floods over me sometimes. And it's this feeling of desperation. I'm just desperately wanting him to know how much I love him. Sorry, I'm getting emotional. And how sorry I am. Oh my God, how sorry I am. I would do anything to go back and, push him instead of believing lies. Go to him and say, Dad, Mom just told me this. I wish I had done that. But the parent is so it's true. That's why the child, because the parent thinks the parent in their head is speaking the truth. She would never pick on a lie because she doesn't think they're correct. But that love was on the shelf, completely covered in dust. You could see it in the cobwebs, and then all of a sudden, it's wind, and it's very overwhelming to feel that for him. It's strong. It's it's very like because I haven't accessed it since I was a child. It's pure. It's there, and it was there the whole time. I just not access. I don't know if everything that I've been through has made me a better mom, stronger person, more empathetic person. I think giving me more life experience. Don't feel bad for me. And um, it's okay to feel and to feel the fear, but you please remember also there is some truth to. I hate that word, listening, but there is some truth to that. If you have a happens and you assume that one day your kids are going to get back, and the way you think about them, the way you treat them, and the way you talk is going to be different. That if you were losing, there were days my dad would be really excited and really happy and really funny and trying to get through to me, and I still did feel more of that love than days where he was really sour, wouldn't talk to me because he just give it a break. So your child will pick on that, on whether you have that. the box of the shelf the same way my son's attachment is did with him. Interestingly used. That is so weird because I just came up with flash. Jacqueline says, "Was your father able to communicate with you?" Those are gifts. Okay. I will work. Yeah, my dad was able to communicate with me, and the more I think about it, go receive. I different way now. Forced to see you right. Now look back and I realized when I was 9, she was so sad and so torn up and desperate. He he gave me a little silver flip cup that I could call him, go on to talk to him. I had access to him. It makes me so sad to run him. But my dad, he never gave up. He really never gave up. He never gave up. And he, he his life show who he is. How was it possible for me? It's just like you spoke for my dad, and everybody had to accept it. And create in my head, when I was doing the right thing, I thought he was standing up for justice. He was abusive to grandpa, and thought that he was a bad guy. Might have given himself our weights. I was betraying my mom, and I wasn't standing up for what's right. Because it's like if I was one more time, I was with the true thing that he did. No purposes. But the great thing about how I can speak out, I don't have any ongoing what proceedings like a lot of alienated parents do. So, do you attribute these are some great questions, guys. Some of that are truly your questions to your alienation. There's a parallel as a doctor said you have this. Yes, it's my CPTSD. Okay, I've got through a lot of trauma. I had I almost died. That was an acute trauma. Like I've had a lot of trauma. But I've been able to get over all of the acute trauma, the events that happened once that were very traumatic. I've been able to get over them and think about them. I mean, that's just I don't think about it. The ongoing, lately, psychological, emotional, the list keeps going on, abuse that has caused my issues the past 2 days. That's what did it. That's really I am worried about all these children. I would be surprised if most of them don't have complex PTSD.